Hello and welcome back to HWL Radio Sports. I'm here with the co-host.
Tony Edwards from Don't Stop Corporation. Thank guys. February 21st, 2018. Got big sports work coming up today and this weekend. A lot of stuff going on. Breaking news in Major League Baseball. With a 3-team trade that sent Drury to the Yankees. The Arizona Diamondbacks, they sent infielder Brandon Drury to the New York Yankees and received outfielder Steven Souza Jr. from the Tampa Bay Rays in the 3-team trade that include 5 players. The deal was announced Tuesday, one day after former Diamondbacks outfielder J.D. Martinez agreed to a $102 million 5-year contract with Boston. So that's a big trade.
So how big? So how big is that? Like who is he?
Well, Brandon Drury is he's one of the big name players in the league. But New York Yankees been needing that fielder slot in the outfielder. So that's what's big because he brings a big aspect. You remember the Yankees was one game away from the World Series last year, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think about that. This big outfield. The outfield was kind of weak a little bit. They had Judge leading them in home runs, but their outfielder still was weak. So if they get the outfield plugged in, they feel like they can be a championship team. So they just got to make a couple moves. That was a big move with that. NFL football, got some news on Andrew Luck. He went to he won't need a second surgery. They made that clear, so that's good news for the coach nation. But he's right now in Los Angeles. He's working with a renewed quarterback gurus Tom Hauser and Adam Dedops. What they're doing, they're strengthening his arm and they're rebuilding his throwing motion. So that's good news for the coach.
You said they rebuilding his what motion?
It's his throwing motion. Because at that first surgery, his throwing motion was still hurting. So what they're doing, they strengthen the shoulder up. They strengthen it up, and they rebuild the throwing motion. So that's real big because they thought they might have to do a second surgery, but they don't. So they're just working on more strength and conditioning with that shoulder.
Oh, okay.
So that's good news. Reggie Wayne was inducted to the Post Ring of Honor. He had 14,345 yards, 82 touchdowns, 6-time Pro Bowler. That was good news. Other NFL news, Texas, they released their veteran linebacker, Brian Cushing, big time. He's a big-time player for them. He's the first round in 2009. He had all-time leading tackles, 664 tackles, but he'd been marked by 2 suspensions for violating the league policy of performance enhancement. So that's kind of hurt him because he was one of the biggest players up the middle. The Bucks also released 2-time Pro Bowler Doug Martin, who had a career-low 406 yards this past season. So that's NFL news. You know what's coming up 26-28, don't you?
What's coming up?
Man, a big combine. NFL combine. It's going to be in Dallas. The combine going to be here, but the 26-28 is going to be the Cowboys Stadium. It's going to be the NFL draft, April 26-28. So
who's the big players looking at get pulled in the draft?
Well, Cleveland is the number 1 pick. But if I was anybody, I'm gonna tell you something. The kid you gotta get. This guy is gonna be an NFL superstar. Saquon Barkley out of Penn State. He's deadlifting 445 pounds. He'd be a kickoff return, punt return running back. He's one of the best players to come out probably the last 7 or 8 years in the NFL draft. So that player, he's going to be, they say the coach is trying to get him the 3rd pick. But if I was Cincinnati, I wouldn't even go for no quarterback. I'd go for him. I'd give me a good running back, I'd make some trades, give me a quarterback.
Oh, so he's a running back deadlifting that much?
He's a running back. Oh, my goodness. Just if you get a chance, Google him. And look at it. They showed it on Google. He's unreal. I mean, I ain't never seen somebody like him. His legs are so strong.
He's doing shit the lineman supposed to be lifting.
No, he beat everybody on the whole team. You're right. Nobody can outlift him on the whole football team. Yeah, he's a running back. And he was so little when they recruited him, like 165 pounds from out of high school. He just worked his butt off, and he's on another level right now.
And what's his Barkley? Yeah, I was about to say, what's his name again? So we can look him up.
Saquon Barkley out of Penn State. Yeah, he's gonna be unreal.
Is there anybody else?
Another NFL. They're looking at the running back. Quarterback out of Oklahoma. the Heisman Trophy winner. They're looking at the quarterback Rosen. His name is Rosen out of UCLA. He's going to be a top pick. And then, of course, the other quarterback out of USC. And the IU got a receiver named Isaacs. He's coming out. He's going to be top. He's one of the top receivers in the country, so that's another big name.
So basically, this is a big draft for quarterbacks.
It's a huge draft for quarterback. You're talking about they predicted 4 to 5 quarterbacks going in the first round. So this is going to be huge. And that's a lot for a first round. 5 quarterbacks going in the first round is big. Every bit of 4 to 5. So that's what remains to be seen come the 26th or 28th of this month. And the NBA, oh, man, did you hear? Man, the world need to hear what's going on right now, and it's going down. It's going down. Dallas Maverick, Mark Cuban is very upset. He don't want to be embarrassed. It's huge news. They got a sexual misconduct allegation against their whole front office.
Dang.
Against their whole front office. Like 3 players' names been mentioned. And Mark Cuban is embarrassed and is upset. He's totally upset. I mean, he's like, they brought names down, some big name people. You'll hear about it more. And matter of fact, the NBA is bashing this because they want to see the findings. They don't want to be swept under the rug. They want to see some findings behind this and find some people's guilty.
Oh, some people going down then if the NBA is jumping in.
Yep, NBA is jumping in. And they say they're not letting off of it until some people get brought down because they
ain't taking that hit.
That's right. They ain't taking the hit. You're right. They're not taking the hit. Exactly. And that's what they said. And they're not taking the black eye behind this because there's too much been going on. So they figure like enough is enough with their sexual misconduct stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what was they accused of doing?
It was 2 or 3 guys in the front office been harassing females, some female employees, who since then quit and said it was a hostile work environment because of sexual misconduct. Things been said, ladies been touched. So like I said, it's going to be more going to come out of it today. In the next couple of days, you'll hear about it. That's breaking news because Mark Cuban, he's upset. I mean, he came on the air. He's not tolerating that. He said, whoever's going to get brought down, he's bringing them to justice. Yeah. So, yeah. Also, in the NBA news, the struggling Hornets fired general manager Rick Cho. Team owner Michael Jordan announced the news in release Tuesday saying, we're deeply committed to our fans and in Charlotte to provide a constant winner of the court. Charlotte is 24-33 on the verge of failing to reach the playoff for the second straight season.
Man,
Michael Jordan.
That sounds like a fall guy, a cover up.
Yeah.
Like kick him off.
I'm gonna be honest to you. Michael Jordan has really no talent, but Kimbo Walker over there.
Yeah.
He got, he got a couple more guys that can play, but he don't have really no stars over there. So he started up the top. But he need to make some big trade moves and get some good stars over there. But they're 24-33 surprised because I thought they would do better this year. 24-33.
He got to have something up his sleeve because he ain't let them go. Because you said that they should. Because you said you feel they should let them go because there's nothing really there for him.
There's nothing there for Kimbo. He need to play a better fit. I mean, he's one of the best players in the league, but you hold him back, and he don't have nobody to help him with. I mean, you got a couple good guys in there who can probably help, but not consistent on a day in and day out basis. So that's what kind of hurt the Charlotte Hornets right now. So I can't believe it, 24-33, and I thought they'd probably finish in the top, at least 5-6 teams in the NBA, as far as Eastern Conference. Not the overall, but the Eastern Conference. So.
Yeah, I'm about to say, boy, you got your team. You got Houston, you got Golden State, you got Cleveland, you got Milwaukee, you can't forget the Jazz.
Right, can't forget the Jazz, yeah.
Jazz is playing too.
NBA, they scheduled to start today. They resume today. National Hockey League, Pittsburgh Penguins are 61-35. They got the best record in the NHL. So that's some good news for all you hockey fans out there. NCAA basketball, Butler defeated Creighton 93-70, and looked like that made them solidify a bid for the NCAA tournament. That win last night pretty much got them in the tournament. Caleb Martin led them with 26 points. IU, they lost to 57-66 to Nebraska, and they still on the bubble.
So what seed is Nebraska? I ain't even heard about them.
No, Nebraska's not a seed at all.
That's what I said. I ain't even heard about Nebraska.
They like 16-12, but they out of it. They're out of it. Nebraska totally out of it. They're not going nowhere. I'm hoping Nebraska can probably, well, I'm hoping IU can get a couple more wins and sneak up in there. But if not, they're not going nowhere.
You said
They're on the
IU?
bubble. Yeah, IU. They're on the bubble. IU only lost. If they got one more loss, they gone. They done. They can't lose no more. They can't lose no more. So IU, their big thing is, they think they have to win this next 3 or 4 games out. So if not, it's over.
So you think so? Just Purdue and Butler gonna be representing us?
Purdue will win. Purdue and Butler ain't going nowhere though. Butler ain't going nowhere. Butler barely made the tournament. They ain't going nowhere. Trust me. They got lucky the last 4, 5, 6 years to get up in there, but they need help. They got too inconsistent in the middle. They need some more help down low. They got a good play from Kellen Martin. They forward, and a good play where the guard play is good. They got 2 good guards, but they need bigger help in the middle. That's what's going to kill them in the tournament.
So they not making it in, or they in there?
No, they're going to make it. They're going to make it. They right on the bubble. They win last night, going to put them there. And when they won last night, they're going to make it. That's going to put them in the NCAA tournament. But as far as getting out of there, they ain't going nowhere. They need some help in the middle. They're too weak down low. They need some big men. They need some pounders, some rebounders.
So when's the bracket deadline?
It's going to be, the bracket's probably come out like the 20, I can tell you exactly, it's going to be like the 21st, that weekend.
March?
And then that's when March Madness start. And then it goes all the way to April 4th. Actually, it's the second weekend of March, and it goes to the championship is the first Monday of April.
All right. So when do you think you'll have our fans a nice little bracket list to get some money?
We'll have them. I can tell you exactly. We'll have the brackets. The brackets will be out exactly March 18th and 19th.
No, I'm saying when are you gonna have a rundown of a good bracket list for our fans?
The 11th, March 11th.
Okay.
March 11th. Yeah, because we got to finish. Because you got to see how it is. You got to finish the season play. Once you finish the season play, then you got to go into it. Each team has their own tournament. Like you got the ACC, you got the Big Ten, you got the Pac-12. Then once they finish their tournament play, then we can do a bracket. I can have everybody, and you got a chance to win, have a little contest, whatever here and there. But you got to finish the regular season. You got to finish the tournament.
You said you got to do what? Right. You got to finish the whole.
Yeah, you got to finish the regular season. Once you finish the regular season, everybody has what you call, like, it's a tournament play. Like, say, IU and the Big Ten will have their tournament. You got UCLA and USC, they're in the Pac-12. They'll have their tournament. Oklahoma, Kansas, they'll have their tournament, which is in the Big 12. And you got the ACC, teams like North Carolina, teams like Clemson, they're in the ACC. Then they have their tournament. After their tournament is completed, then we do a bracket. Right now, you can't. It's up in the air right now. You can't really judge right now. You got to wait till the tournament play finishes.
Oh, okay.
Also, some breaking news. Huge breaking news. Huge, very huge. Louisville Cardinals has been sanctioned by the NCAA. They forfeited the 2013 title. They forfeited 123 wins, and it's the first time in modern day history that a championship has been vacated by an NCAA team.
Man.
Yeah, they forfeited 2012 Final Four appearance, and it must be paid $600,000 in tournament share that they won throughout the tournament of the year.
What the hell happened?
Well, they had some strippers. They had a couple things going on. They had some strippers who pretty much dropped the bomb on them. They was bringing in strippers when they was recruiting. For they recruiting these high school guys, and they was doing some, not just illegal stuff, but they was doing some stuff on campus. And it's called, you can't do that because it's a form of fraternizing and form of illegal recruiting. Also, they paid players for gym shoe contracts. Adidas, they paid up to $100,000 for families to wear their shoes, incoming freshmen. You can't do it. So with those sanctions right there, they have proof, a lot of proof. But the contrary side,
they can't mess with strippers?
No, you can't bring strippers in to entice recruiters to get them to go to the school. That's forbidden in NCAA. But they did. They had players on campus who brought in outside strippers, and they'd be on campus, and they was trying to entice these guys, somewhere in form of fashion to get them to sway to go to Louisville. But the customer side,
Okay.
you can't do that.
To get them to come on the team.
Yeah, to get them to go to the team. But
I thought you were saying that they won a championship and they
no, go to the strip club. No. And see, the coach. This is going on campus, and the coach didn't know. What happened was one of the strippers dropped the bomb. She told, and she got paid. She wrote a book on it.
Damn.
Yeah, she wrote a book on it, and I think it's called 5 Place like that. Anyway, she wrote a book on it, and no, it was called Cardinal Rules. That's what it was, Cardinal Rules. I remember the book, Cardinal Rules. And she wrote a book on this, and she told on everybody. She told what they was doing. She said it was like the coaches being in the office. They had a strip party right around the corner. Yeah, so they dropped the bomb on them. This came out like 2 years ago.
And you said this was who?
University of Louisville.
Louisville and the Mavericks. So
no, the Louisville and the Mavericks, they both had an investigation for sexual misconduct. Yep. And then Louisville, like I said, they've been paying players too. Adidas been paying their players to wear their shoes and their whole family up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. But I was going to tell you the contrary side of this. Louisville is trying to sue because they said these allegations is true, but they didn't go about the right steps of doing it. The NCAA, so they're trying to do a counter suit right now. Mm-hmm. That's what's going on with that. Mm-hmm. So that's remains to be seen. Olympic gold medals. You got Norway 29, Germany 23, Canada 19, Netherlands 14, France 13, United States 12, Russia 11, Austria 10, and then Japan is 10.
No names.
Yep, we got gold. The gold medal in figure skating was Scott Moore from Canada. Silver, Gabriel Papadakis from Venezuela. And we got bronze, United States, Alex and Mia Shibitan. Freestyle, women's. Gold was Cassie Sharpie, Canada. Silver was Marie Martinez from France. And the bronze went to Brita Sergani, United States. So that remains to be seen.
Ain't no Japan? Nobody won in Japan or nothing?
Japan, Canada won the final for the freestyle, and then United States won with the third place.
No, I'm saying there's no name for the Japan people.
Japan for the Japan peoples. Yep. The name is Johannes Radzicki. Johannes Radzicki. Yeah, and then tonight, everybody know what's going on tonight. Tonight, you got the world is watching. United States versus Canada for the gold.
And what's that in?
That's ice hockey. They have won it 4 Olympics in a row, Canada. United States trying to break their streak.
And this is the men's or the women's?
This is the women's hockey.
Okay.
And also breaking news last night for the Olympics too. Brita Shigani won the women's freestyle, and that was big too. He got a bronze in that. I guess they were expecting the United States to win, but they ended up getting a bronze, so that was good on that. But the world's watching tonight. Everybody talking about this, man. I mean, because they want this Canada team supposed to be dominating, real tough.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tune into that.
Yeah, please do, because man, if they beat them, I mean, it's gonna be the talk of the town tomorrow. Trust and believe me. So
it might be the title of the show. No, just say
no, man, because this is like you think about you going back 4-8. You talking about 24 years. Every 4 years, and they won the last Olympic golds, Canada. So, I mean, they've been dominating. So, for to beat them in 24 years, that's huge. Yeah, everybody can watch that. It's going to be live, too. So, that's breaking news.
But I also wanted to chime in because yesterday's show, I remember you were saying that the ratings was down 100,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got an idea for Adam Silver. And he need to go ahead and push this. And everybody out there in the world, remember, y'all heard it here first. They need to go ahead and add the women to All-Star Weekend. They need a game. They need a dunk, because women can dunk. Them women can dunk. I've been watching the WNBA. Them motherfuckers be slamming it down, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they got jumps. They got three-point shooters. They got the skills. They can do everything that we doing. But I think it'll also bring more
ratings.
It'll bring more fans, because we done seen everything that basically a man dunker can do, basically, almost. We've been seeing it for years. Now, a little excitement and a little bit of, a little more excitement to it would be a women's dunk competition. Cause
Right.
we ain't seen what women can do dunk in a dunk competition, and it will be
Right.
interesting.
Right, because you got a whole female base who don't even, I mean, might not even come to the game, but if they bring in women, that'll bring a whole female base who won't even watch the man will come. You're right. That makes a good point. A whole different group. Say you got a group that don't like NBA basketball, but now you get the women, you got to bring that whole group to start watching now because the women are there.
Yeah.
So that's true. Just on tap tonight, besides the big ice hockey game, Xavier, Georgetown, college men's basketball, that's on the air tonight. Michigan at Penn State, North Carolina at Syracuse, Texas Tech at Oklahoma State, DePaul at Villanova, and you got Louisville at Duke. That's going to be a good one, 9 o'clock too. Louisville at Duke. So that's all. They always play tough because they became rivalries the last 3 or 4 years, Louisville and Duke. And then you got, last but not least, Florida at Tennessee. Them all the games on TV tonight. So if you guys boring, don't have nothing to watch, it's going down.
And that's what, basketball or?
It's college basketball tonight.
Oh, okay.
College basketball. So.
You had me. I thought it was hockey. No, just say.
But the hockey game come on at. I can tell it. I mean, come on. I think it come on exactly.
You think, or you can tell me?
I know so. I come on exactly at. I come on at 11 o'clock, 11 p.m.
Damn.
11 p.m. Yep.
Damn, that's a late ass game.
Yep. Gold medal. The gold medal is gonna be, and then bronze medal. Finland play Russia. Yep. But the gold medal tonight, 11 p.m. That's going down, so that's going to be big. Hope we can pull it off. Beat that 24-year streak that they got in Canada.
All right. Well, that's going to be the show for today, so go ahead and shoot your shot.
Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day, and be good to yourself as well as to others, and stay dry out there. Thank you.
All right. And there you have it, another good show at HWL Radio Sports. At HWLRADIO.com. You can go over there and download the music app. You can go to YouTube. You can search HWL Radio Sports. We right there. You can not download. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and make sure y'all tune in because we going to have y'all cashing some checks this time when the brackets come around because we got a analyst on deck, a real sports analyst on deck, and we going to get this money. And like I always say, hit my motherfucking music, and I'm out.